Bob Kames learned to play the organ quite by accident near the end of World War II. While playing a piano, he was approached by a high-ranking officer who asked if he could play an organ. Of course, his answer was yes, and without hesitation, his orders were changed, starting a whole new career for Bob. In early 1946, after he was discharged from the Army, Bob traveled the U.S. as an entertainer, playing on his customized Hammond organ, performing in supper clubs, theaters, and nightclubs. In 1949, he got lucky with a song he wrote called "You Are My One True Love." Recorded on the London label, it became his first million seller. Along with his version of the song, it was recorded by Lawrence Welk, Frankie Yankovic, and later by Bobby Vinton. Bob caught another break in 1952 when the Miller Brewing Company used a song he wrote, High Life Polka, as part of their advertising campaign for Miller High Life beer. Lawrence Welk again recorded the song, but this time hired Bob to join his band as a regular guest artist. Bob played the organ and at times led the band when Welk played the accordion. In 1954, Stardate King Records signed Bob to a 16-year contract with over 40 records released. Bob quickly rose to the top of the charts as America's best-selling organ soloist. Each new album had a different theme, including 3 Christmas albums released in the same year. While producing records for King, Bob opened his first organ store in 1960, and soon he was in the top 10 Hammond dealers nationwide. In 1963, Bob was awarded Best-Selling Organ Recording Artist. That same year, the All-Stars of Polka album reached the top of the charts for a polka album. Polka legends like Frankie Yankovic, Louis Bachel, George Cook, and Romy Gaz joined Bob in producing the album. It was also the first album that his father was his drummer. In 1966, Bob produced his first television show, The Bob Kames Family Room, centering around family fun with music and a Hammond organ. The show ran for 17 years and became a holiday season classic, especially with the popular Santa Claus is Coming to Town. Guests on his show included Lawrence Welk, Hildegard, Frankie Yankovic, Bobby Vinton, Don Ho, and many more. Let's relive some of those memorable moments.
Come on in, Bob. And fire. Watch out, you better not cry, better not pout, I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town.
What town? Our town. Oh boy!
And he's making a list. And you better watch out, you better not cry, better not pout, I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. What town?
Our town.
1970 marked the end of his 16-year contract with King Records. Bob opted not to renew a contract, but rather tend to his successful chain of organ stores. Well, the recording bug bit again in 1975 when he released one of the most successful organ recording series, The Happy Organ, on the GRT label. 6 records were released in a 30-day period, with sales topping 2.5 million. Once again riding a tidal wave of success, Bob was signed by GNP Crescendo Records in Los Angeles in 1980 to record 8 albums. Bob was joined by his son, Bob Jr., and daughter Barbara to create a series called Dad and the Kids. 2 years and 2 albums into the contract in 1982, a crazy little song came along that once again sent Bob Kames to the top of the recording charts. Dance Little Bird, better known as the Chicken Dance, another gold record here in America as well as Poland, and a new title for Bob Kames, the Chicken Dance King. Here are some of the clips of people strutting their stuff to the Chicken Dance.
Everybody now, let's all do the chicken dance.
Today, Bob's records are still selling on the internet as collectibles. You can find them in 78 RPM, 45 RPM, 33 1/3 RPM, 8-track, cassette, and CD. He is one of the few to claim recording on all of these formats. His Chicken Dance is still selling 25 years later as the #1 downloaded novelty song, #1 in Walmart, and now cell phone ringtones are available. Just Google Bob Kames Chicken Dance and see what happens. In 2007, Bob was inducted into the Wisconsin Area Music Industry Hall of Fame. He was also presented with Hammond Organ's Lifetime Legend Award. Milwaukee Mayor Tom Barrett proclaimed March 23, 2007, Bob Kames Day in the city of Milwaukee. Bob Kames' legacy will live on with the Bob Kames Foundation, a nonprofit organization with the mission to help bring out the music in you by supporting youth music programs. For more information, visit www.bobkamesfoundation.org.